on, babies.
And the other thing is, too, is that he got mad. He didn't get mad, but he was joking about how you weren't here last week because you were at work. You were doing a work thing. You're on the road. And he texts us he can't make it tonight because he's grilling. He's on the... I mean... I was waiting for Billy Badwords to come out and start giving him shit, but nothing. You just held your tongue.
I mean, we're all going to miss some days. It is what it is. Some nice weather's coming.
But the grill? I mean, I don't think you would miss it and say that you were grilling.
What is he there? Is it like a work thing?
I don't know. I don't know. He's being very silent about the matter.
Could be a business matter. We don't know. Rich is very vague about everything in his life.
Very true. Very true. Do we have any opening takes, Bill? Do you want to start off the show with some opening takes?
Yeah, I'm going to save my other one for baseball, but
perfect.
I just want to say after 14 months and almost losing his right leg, it's really, really good to see Tiger back in the Masters this week. I don't think it's officially came out. I know we're recording this Wednesday. He was practicing, I believe, as we speak. So I think that was the final
10:45. Nope, 10:45 tee time tomorrow.
So I just confirmed. Yeah, it's so good. I think he's the reason I got into golf. He's been phenomenal to watch, and I'm a big Tiger guy. I mean, obviously he's got his personal struggles.
Don't we all, Bill?
Don't we all? Yeah. But yeah, it's so good to see him back. And man, if he could pull this off,
But my whole thing is now that he's playing, like, how many people are going to watch Thursday and Friday? Everyone watches Saturday, obviously.
Have
Sunday.
you seen the pictures?
Yeah, of him just on him practicing. Yeah, it's like a whole gallery of them just watching him.
What's it? Did you say it's 10:45 tomorrow? He's
10:45. Yeah, a.m.
Oh, fuck yeah! Streaming at my desk.
I'll go now. I think the injury bug has hit the Bruins at the absolute worst possible time. David Pastrnak and Trent Frederick was injured against Columbus on Monday. Then Tuesday's game against Detroit, Hampus Lindholm got injured. The wrong time, boys. This should have happened in the middle of the season. Obviously, you can't predict these things, but this is the worst outcome that you could have as a Bruins fan, making that playoff push and now just falling down the ranks, losing to a shitty Detroit team. So
on a back-to-back, give him some credit.
Back-to-back, but still, it's a shitty way to lose it, especially with your big trade acquisition that you got this during the trade deadline, and Hampus getting injured, and nothing's come out with that either. So that's not good news either.
It's a bruise.
Hopefully it is. So we'll be talking about
puck off the leg.
We'll be talking a little Masters tonight. Obviously, the Bruins. Also, Billy Baseball. Red Sox season begins as we release this on Friday against the New York Yankees.
Rained out.
Yeah, so there's that. And then the Patriots made a trade, and the Celtics are going to make me eat that cum cookie once and for all. So that's what we got on tab. This is the Friday Rewind Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday, April 8th. Welcome to the show. And as always, on White Birch, we are drinking. On Simple Mind Sports, we are drinking White Birch Brewing. Sorry, Bill. I was reading and talking and grabbing a can at the same time. You're just gonna have to deal with this. So yeah, go check them out. 460 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. The best craft beer in New Hampshire. I'm drinking something a little more interesting. I'm not time traveling, but a nice 6.2 tonight.
I like that one. It's smooth
double IPA. You can't go wrong with it. So if you are in the mood, go down to 460 Amherst Street, check them in Nashua, New Hampshire. Check them out. You'll enjoy it. Bill, Red Sox start on Friday. It's supposed to be on Thursday, but it's today because the rain delay. They already canceled or rescheduled the first game. So yeah, against the dreaded New York Yankees with Nathan Eovaldi getting the start. Hold on. Let me read this again. What's the biggest hole in this team? Sorry, Bill. I'm sorry. Don't get bad. What's the biggest hole in this team?
Starting pitching. Nick Pivetta is not a number 2. I mean, if you look at your pitching staff 1 through 5, I believe it goes Eovaldi, Pivetta,
yeah,
Tanner Houck, Michael Walker, Rich Hill. Does that sound like a playoff rotation? Absolutely fucking not. No, the big money guy, Chris Sale, probably one of the worst contracts in the history of Red Sox, is out for 60 days. Got to put on a 60-day deal. I mean, that was probably the best outcome. He needs to build up his arm strength. You got another guy, Tyler Danish, up on the roster. But yeah, that's your biggest hole. I don't like Michael Walken as much as Rich Hill. I mean, he's 42 years old, pitched 31 starts last year. That was his most in probably 5 years, I think. And yeah, he's just doesn't fear anyone. This is a tough, yeah.
Well, also this is
starting pitching.
Eovaldi pitched the most innings he's had since 2014 last year. That was the first time when he was with the Marlins.
Yeah, he's gonna get hurt. It's the same thing I said last year. I was surprised he made every turn in the rotation last year. I don't expect it to this year. I mean, you need to address it at some point between now and the All-Star break, because you're fighting your fourth best in a loaded division right now. I mean, you could still make the playoffs. There's 3 wild card teams, so you could still make the playoffs, but you need to address pitching now.
Are you mad at Bloom though for not addressing the starting pitching beforehand? I mean, we knew that Chris Sale got hurt in February, or we found out in March, but he got hurt in February. He cracked his rib in February. Obviously, Bloom could have done something beforehand. I'm not saying he needed an ace, but just someone else, like a third.
Honestly, there wasn't much out there, and you saw it. They did with Waka. They signed James Paxton, who hopefully is back in July, I guess, All-Star break, which will be a decent addition. But who knows what he is coming off? I think his second Tommy John surgery. But I mean, they have reinforcements. It's just the same thing they're going to do what they did with Chris Sale, and just hope. I mean, you went to the ALCS last year basically without Chris Sale. Can you do it again? Your lineup's just as good, if not better, than last year. I mean, I think Trevor Story is huge. So, I mean, the biggest hole in this team right now is pitching. Starting pitching, especially.
And you're the biggest baseball fan on the show. So, out of the AL East, how do we rank with the pitching staff amongst the Yankees, Blue Jays? I mean, obviously the Blue Jays are probably the best, right?
Yeah, I would go Blue Jays, Yankees. I do like Tampa. They're starting Shane McClanahan or whatever his name is, but they're pretty deep too. But they're weird. I mean, as a whole, I mean, yeah, Yankees. They have question marks too. Luis Severino, Jermaine, Jameson Talon still there, but yeah, Toronto's scary. They're scary. Jose Barrios is starting for them. I mean, they're the best team in the division.
By far, even on paper, the batting order, the pitching lineup, it's just
they have the best. They're the best lineup outside of the Dodgers. They're the best lineup in AL and then the NL.
And they have the best home field advantage, because if you're not vaccinated, you can't play up there. So that's another big thing too. And you're finding out a lot of star players on teams. Like, I believe they're saying Aaron Judge isn't vaccinated. There was another big name out of the Yankees that wasn't vaccinated. So that's a big thing right there. If you're not vaccinated, you can't go fucking play.
No, Trevor Story didn't, he just got vaxxed.
Yeah.
They didn't sign him for 3 days after it was announced, because he wanted to make sure he got vaxxed, and then Bogarts is vaxxed. I mean, your 2 best players, or 2 of your better players. So
yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, what happens late? I don't know, like when the COVID starts to die down in the summertime, like it always does. Are they going to make little things for people to go up there? Like if you're,
I mean, we live in Boston, and they did it. And same thing with New York. New York, Kyrie Irving, for example, gets to play now, and the Yankees and the Mets, they all get to play. So, I mean,
obviously it's Canada, so everything's going to be different. It's not like the United States, but they're taking this a lot.
Yeah, you know what I think about Canada? A bunch of pussy assholes. Fuck Canada.
Is that because you can't go there, or is that just because you?
No, they're a bunch of pussies. They're the asshole. They're the assholes to Mexico's balls. That's what it is.
I got you. So let's do something positive here. Who will be your MVP this season?
Rafael Devers, probably.
Yeah,
I think he's your best player. Actually, I'll say him or Trevor Story, honestly, on offense.
Pick one or the other.
Devers, he's your best player. He's the borderline top 10. I'd probably, maybe 12 to 15 range as a player in the MLB. It's Devers, hands down.
I'm going to go Xander just because you took Devers. I'm just thinking because he's going to want to play for a big paycheck. So I'm going to go Xander there. I think he's going to play out of his mind until July. And then he usually struggles July and early August and then comes back to life. But I think he's going to do a prove it kind of thing. Like, show me the fucking money. I am the best shortstop in the game. And he's going to prove it to everyone this year.
Don't sleep on Trevor Story either. The more I think of it, the more I like him batting in a sixth. I know I wanted him first and second. You wanted me to say whole, but Irene's not here, so I can't say that. So It's going to give him a shit ton of more RBIs now, and it balances that order because your 7, 8, 9 guys are terrible.
Yeah.
So I mean, him sitting there, I mean, you're 1 through 5, you're pretty stacked. You're not Dodgers or even Yankees or fucking Toronto good, but you're still, you're probably the 6th or 7th best offense in all of baseball, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. But the only thing that scares me with Trevor's story is what you brought up when they did the away from Colorado when he was playing for the Rockies. I kind of want to see what he does here in Fenway. I want to see how
Dude, Fenway is just, I know the altitude. I know what you're going to say.
No, I know
but
that.
I mean,
I'm just saying, just the split. When he was on the road with the Rockies, it just his batting average drop, everything dropped. So I just want to see how he takes, Fenway, how the media treats him. This is a whole new beast going from the Colorado Rockies to the Boston Red Sox. I mean, the media here, you see how David Price couldn't handle it. He had to fucking go. I mean, how is Story going to do it when he starts to struggle on the road or even at home?
Yeah, I the media one, I mean, it's hard to question. We haven't seen it yet. He's only been here for what, a month, if that, so we got to kind
I
of
don't
see.
even think that. Yeah.
We got to kind of see his struggles, but Colorado thing worries me a tad, but coming over, you're playing 81 games at Fenway. I mean, Fenway is one of the best hitting ballparks in all of baseball. Of course, I mean, say the Green Monsters rob some home runs, but I think he's a perfect can. He's a right-handed batter. He can steal bases. I think he's gonna have. I mean, he could potentially at Fenway be back to like a 30-20 guy or a 25-25 guy. I mean, I think at one point he had 38 home runs, 39 home runs one year, a few years back, 17 or 18. I mean, he's been a fucking power hitter. I mean, if he could get 30 home runs hitting out of Fenway. His batting average, might not be, he might be in the 250 to 260 range, but I'd take that if he's jacking, 25, 30 bombs.
Yeah. We haven't seen a second baseman do that on this team since my boy, Dustin Pedroia.
Fuck you.
How do you think they finish this year, Bill? You were very high on the 80 wins, and then you started to go up a little bit after they got Story. So now that the season is on the doorstep, how do you think this team finishes?
89-90 wins.
Wow. What made you jump 10 wins?
89-90 wins, and I think they're one of the wild card teams. I think you're going to see 4 teams out of the East. If you're looking at the divisions right now, I think 4 teams out of the East is going to make the playoffs. That's how good the East. You're probably looking at the best division in all of baseball. I just think the offense. I mean, Story's a bit. I mean, you basically lost Hunter Renfroe is your biggest, but you upgraded at second over Arroyo, right? So I mean, that's basically, if you think about it, it's a wash. So I mean, your offense is just as good. You probably, like I said, probably have the sixth or seventh best offense all of baseball, maybe top 5, depending on if everything lands out. I think your offense is what's going to carry you, and you can outscore a lot of teams. There's a lot of bad teams, especially in the AL this year. I'm not sold on the Twins. White Sox are really good, but Cleveland sucks. I'm not sold on Texas. Houston, I mean, they could take a step back. I mean, Oakland just had a fire sale. I mean, Anaheim, they're not good. Baltimore sucks. You play them 19 times, 89-90 wins.
So with the 4th best pitching rotation in the AL East, you still think we can get 90 wins?
Yes, because I don't think, like I said, I think outside of Garrett Cole in New York, I mean, Talon sucks. Jermaine is a question mark. Luis Severino can never stay healthy, and I really love Luis Severino. I mean, but for fantasy purposes, other things, but he can't stay healthy. So I mean, there's question marks there. There's question marks in their bullpen. I mean, I think the Red Sox, their bullpen's a lot of question marks. You don't have a closer, but I just think the offense, you can win a lot of 10-9 games, 8-6 games, stuff like that. I mean, you addressed every need you kind of address, except for really starting pitching. You filled a lot of holes. Trevor Story is a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, and now you're moving him to second base. I mean, you got better defensively there. You got better defensively in the outfield with Jackie Bradley now. So I mean, you can win a lot of games. You can take a lot of hits away. So if you got good defense and a good offense, you can kind of make up for some shitty pitching.
I'm going to go 88 wins and also the wild card. How far do you think they can go? Do you think they get eliminated in the wild card round, or do you think they can make it to the divisional round?
I guess it just depends on the matchup. So you're probably you play a wild card team. So you're looking at whatever it is, the worst division winner. I think you get 2 buys.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? First and second.
The first and second, yeah.
and then they get to pick who they want. So the worst division gets to pick the lowest wild card or whatever. So if I had to pick, I think Houston's probably going to be the worst. I think you could beat Houston, truthfully. I honestly do. I mean, there's question marks there too. I mean, Zach
Chris Marks
Greinke,
everywhere. Yeah.
Zach Greinke's gone. Verlander's coming back. They have Framer Valdez, who's on the Red Sox. Luis Garcia's there, who's had some good success. But I think who knows? You're losing Carlos Carrera. You lost George Springer the year before that. So I mean, how much can you keep losing? So yeah, I think you could beat them. I don't think you're going to beat the White Sox, who I have winning the AL. I mean, yeah, I have the White
Let's not
Sox
go
winning.
far with that. I just want to know how far you think the Red Sox are going to go.
No further than the division round.
Okay. I think they get eliminated in the wild card, but that's just me. But so yeah, like I said, the Red Sox start today as we release this on Friday against the New York Yankees. Let's see how it goes.
Garrett Cole's gonna fucking own them too, and it's gonna suck. You're gonna start off with one. So
you heard it here first. So Billy Baseball, as Ari say,
please
0-1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with some Bruins talk. Yeah, it's just bad. Like it's yes, it's great that we got Hampus to pair up with McAvoy, but still, I think they should have addressed another defenseman in there just to get rid of that crap.
They tried with Brown.
But it's just not working. It's
just Riley's not working. The thing is, Riley's playing off his off wing. I mean, his offhand, I should say. I mean, that's not working. Ideally, that bottom third, you have four guys. You need to whittle it down to two. I like if Hampus is fine, which I think he is. I don't think it's a long term thing. I like I said, I think it's a bruise. It wasn't. Anyways, so I think you have your top pairing. You can either put him with Carlo or you can put him with McAvoy. You've seen him a lot with McAvoy. You might see him in the playoffs, like kind of flip flop. But you have McAvoy, Hampus, and then Grzelcyk and Carlo. I mean, those are two really good pairs. I know. So I mean, you got to figure out that third line.
Are you gonna have to split them up though? Are you gonna have to split everything up just to make it so the third pair is not that bad anymore?
No, you just short shift them in the third periods, and then you ride your two. You ride your two. Your two.
Yeah,
lines,
but that's the third period. What are you gonna do in the first two periods when you're getting your doors blown in because the third line can't fucking get the puck out of the?
You could do it all game. I mean, if you give them like 10 or 11 minutes each a game, like Forbert makes the most sense because he's reliable on the penalty kill. He's got a long reach, especially in, end of game situations when it's 6-on-5, stuff like that. So, I mean, he's a big body. I mean, remember, it's the playoffs. I expect Grzelcyk to get hurt. I mean, they're going to beat him up and they're making runs at McAvoy. So we'll see.
Yeah. So the next three games, you got the Lightning, the Capitals, and the Blues. How do we look when we come back next Wednesday to record? What do you think our record is when we come back?
You're going to lose to the Lightning.
Which sucks because you're tied right now with the Lightning for the fifth. Yeah. So,
yeah, I think you can beat the Blues even without passing that. What was the third team?
The Capitals.
2-1, or 1-2, 2-1 at best, and then 1-2 at worst. I don't think you're going to lose all three because the Capitals, Vanacek's been, kind of owns you at times, but
I'm gonna go 0-3.
2-1.
I'm gonna go 0-3 because if Hampus isn't playing and Pasta's not playing, I think this team, they're writing on the wall. You're just gonna coast into the playoffs and then hopefully, like you said, get healthy before the playoffs start and then make that run. But I think it's gonna be an 0-3 fucking debacle coming the next three games because, I mean, Lightning's a great team. The Blues are pretty good out in the West, and the Capitals, for some reason, always have our number. So I think it could be 0-3, and it's not going to be a good look.
But that's fine if you drop it. Like I said, I mean, don't play for seeding when it is going to cost you the health of your team. Just
absolutely,
let them get healthy. You play hockey is one of those sports you get health. You get a hot goalie, which Jeremy Swayman is not that guy right now. So you better hope fucking Lyman, one of these guys figures it out. I mean, Linus Ullmark's been playing very well lately, but
yeah, you need someone to get hot. One of those guys to get hot before the playoffs start.
You just saw your first bat, like he's kind of hit a wall. Yeah. So I mean, I'd like to see Ullmark get a few of these starts, and then maybe throw Swayman back in there. Probably maybe have him play the middle game, and I'll mark it 2 out of the 3 here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's end this Bruins talk on a happy note. Jake DeBrusk has made himself a key player for the Boston Bruins and likely won't be traded this offseason, according to Boston Bruins beat writers. Bill, how do you feel about this?
2 things. One, I think we've been recording this show for 2 years, and I've said the last 2 years Jake DeBrusk was a pivotal. It was a key for the Bruins' success. If he could finally get back to form, this Bruins team could be really good, and you could figure out where to slot guys. You had to figure out a role. He's got a good role. He's over 20 goals for the second time in his career. I just want to toot my horn a little bit on that one.
I'll let you toot it all day, baby.
I have said it. You go back and look at the tape. He is the most pivotal thing. If you can ride this hot streak and get him into the playoffs and be a contributor in the playoffs, yeah, then you would think. But I trade his ass and you get as much value as you can, because I want nothing to do with Jake DeBrusk on this fucking Bruins team as soon as this goddamn season's over. If he wants to play like this, fine. The rest of the season, you capitalize on this stretch run. It's pivotal. If you can get a pivotal run out of him from now until hopefully winning the Stanley Cup, then you fucking dump his ass in the offseason.
Well, I thought you were also going to say that you've been saying for 2 years, fire Don Sweeney. I think that's another big thing, that he should have got rid of him last offseason when he could have, and he still didn't do it. This trade
I'm
deadline.
I'm backing off the fire Don Sweeney a hair. So I'm like, I'll put out the match right now, because I do like the Hampus Lindholm deal and trade. I do like that, and the signing. I think you got to group it in. But I mean, I think it's a guy you want to invest in, and it's a guy you're going to give up prospect. It's not a 35-year-old Rick Nash or 33-year-old Rick Nash. You got a 28-year-old guy basically in his prime or entering his prime. So I mean, I'm backing up a little bit, but
not a lot.
It's like Angry Birds. Anything can go. Something gets fucking shot his way. I'm back on the train.
Well, we'll see what happens the next 3 games with the Boston Bruins. Hopefully they can get over this injury bug, but time will tell. And I am on the train of fire Don Sweeney still, so fuck that. Let's catch up with headlines with the obvious one.
Oh, I thought you were going to make me read things.
No, I didn't. I'm trying to make you happy. I know baseball starts, so I'm going to do this for you, Bill. The Boston
Red draft on Saturday. I cannot fucking wait for this. It's been so much time at work and my desk job doing this.
All right, so let's start off with Bill's fantasy drafts this Saturday. Hopefully he drafts well and gets whoever he wants.
Defending champion.
Champ. Congrats. The Boston Red Sox start their 162-game season in New York to take on the Yankees Friday after Thursday's game was postponed due to weather, and hopefully Garrett Cole gets his first win, and the Red Sox called 0-1 for Billy Baseball's fantasy baseball team. Our Boston Celtics put up 144 points in their last home game of the regular season against the Washington Wizards. Jaylen Brown led the team with 32 points in the win. Celtics have 3 games left against the Bulls on Wednesday, Bucks on Thursday, and Grizzlies on Sunday. And Ray Stradamus predicts they will go 2-1 in the final 3 games of the season. The Bruins lost an ugly one on Tuesday against the Detroit Red Wings 5-3. The big news is Hampus Lindholm left the game with a lower body injury and didn't return. Bruins are tied with the Lightning for 5th in the Eastern Conference. And Bill Belichick made a trade last week, sending a 2023 third-round pick to the Miami Dolphins for Devante Parker and a 5th-round pick in return. In 2021, Parker played in 10 games with 40 receptions, 515 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This has been the headline. This has been headlines with the obvious one. Like I said in the headlines, Bill, Patriots made a trade. Devante Parker is now a Patriot. Bill traded a 3rd-round pick for him. Is that too much for Parker, who had a little bit of the injury history and was pretty much going to be the 3rd wide receiver over there in Miami?
No, because he took a player off a division rival who's completely and utterly owned you over his career.
Owned the AFC East, pretty much. He has good numbers against the Buffalo Bills, too.
So, I mean, I like it. I mean, he's got the talent. If he could stay healthy, I mean, I think he's caught the most balls in traffic over the last 2 years when he's been on the field. I mean, he's already down. I'll give him credit right now. I mean, I don't necessarily hate the player. I mean, I've been a decent fan of Devante Parker, but again, it's a big risk if he's got to stay healthy. But I'll give him credit right now. He currently flew up here, passed the physical, jumped back on a plane, flew back to Tampa Bay, Florida, and is practicing with Mac Jones and the rest of the offense. So I mean, it's good to see. Literally the day he signed, he's back down there at practice, or the day he was traded for, or whatever. So, I mean, he's already getting that report. You need it. He's your number one receiver.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is he your number one, or is it still Myers/Bourne?
No, I mean, I think that, honest to God, right now, I mean, I think that makes Jacoby Myers probably your fourth wide receiver. I think if you're looking at pecking order right now, I mean, it's going Devante Parker, Aguilar. I think Bourne's your slot guy, and then you're going to see Jacoby Myers as your fourth guy, honestly. And they put a second round tender on Jacoby Myers, but we'll see. I've heard there's rumors they're trying to trade Aguilar, but
I heard that too. Yeah.
I think between Aguilar and Jacoby Myers, this is cutting into a lot of their playing time. N'Keal Harry, bye-bye. Gunnar Olszewski is already gone. But I mean, that's your receiving core. I expect them to draft a guy. I really do. And you might even see.
So if they draft a guy, so let me stop you real quick. If they draft someone, where does that drop Myers to then?
I think Myers could be trade bait, honestly. I mean, I think Myers is Myers. And I don't think he's.
But he's been the bright spot since 2020 when Cam Newton took over. He was the only bright spot.
I mean, Aguilar is the guy you want to get rid of. Truthfully, I think.
Of course.
But
after last year, he didn't really look up to form as a top wide receiver. So you're going to lose whatever for him. You're not going to get anything big in return. So you're same
basically
with
just
Harry.
Eat the money. Are you just going to eat the money?
Same thing with N'Keal Harry. You're going to have to eat the money with that too. You're not going to get anything in return for him. You're going to have to send away assets to get rid of N'Keal Harry.
Just cut him. He's got no guaranteed money left. Bye-bye. As far as like trading a third round pick for Parker, you do get an extra one next year projected with JC Jackson signing with Chargers. Yep. So you're going to get a third round pick there. So it's, you had one to burn. So you're still going to get the same draft pick. But again, it's a guy that's owned you. 2019, when you lost to Ryan Fitzpatrick in Miami in week 17, was Devante Parker owned Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, I believe he owned him in 2 games that year. I mean, that was the reason you didn't have a bye, and that was the reason Tennessee fucking smacked you in the mouth.
Didn't he smoke us in 2022 when Cam Newton was here?
He smoked us. He's odd. Like I like him as a player. Hate him as a person because he just can't stay healthy. He's got the skill set, but he can't stay healthy. So who knows? But now you're the legit number one. Maybe he'll start acting like it. He had 1,000 yards a few years ago. Yeah. Then they signed him to a 3-year, $39 million deal. He's got 2 years, and I mean he's only $6.5 million the next 2 years. Yeah. I think they've re-signed him too for some stupid money. So it's 2-year deal. We'll see. Stay healthy.
So obviously the Bills are the number one in the AFC East right now. But with the Tyreek Hill thing, everyone put the Dolphins up to number 2. Does this trade make you go past the Dolphins, you think, or are we still at the third best in the AFC East?
I'm saying third best because Wendell is sneaky good. I mean, he set the record, whatever it was, yards or receptions last year as a rookie. I think Anquan Bolden receptions record. I don't remember what it was.
You're talking about Jalen Waddle, right?
Waddle, yeah. I mean, you're putting 2 of the fastest receivers in all of football in one offense. Mike Gesicki back there.
But you also got Tua. You also got Tua. I mean,
Tua is a question mark, but I mean, honestly, on the field, Tua and Mac Jones are basically the same, but Tua's got some legs. Truthfully, they're basically the same quarterback. I know Rich is going to disagree because he hates Tua, and I also hate Tua, but
I don't think they're the same. I think Max was more accurate. I don't think Tua gets by with his feet. He can scramble out of the pocket. He can make positive yardage with his feet. He just can't throw the ball.
Who has a higher ceiling, Tua or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
Ooh, I don't know if I agree.
I mean, we've already seen a lot of Tua. We've only seen 1 year of Mac in the NFL. So ask me at the end of the season, maybe it'll be different. But I'm saying Mac still has the most upside going into 2022. That's just
how I feel. You know how I feel. I'm lukewarm on Mac Jones.
I know, because it just left a bad taste in your mouth last year, losing to the Bills in the playoffs. I got you. Is Bill done, or do we see another trade during the draft or before the draft?
I don't know if it's going to be players, but I expect them to trade down. I expect them to get rid of that first pick unless they're going to beef up.
All right, I'm talking about a player because I think
you don't have cap. You don't have cap space. Yeah.
All right.
So you can maneuver it, which you just did get Parker. So cap is crap, obviously, but I think
Of course it is. After just seeing that Stephon Diggs signing, cap is definitely crap. Yeah.
I think you can see a couple, maybe some bit parts, but I don't expect anything more. I think now you're in the draft. The draft we're 3 weeks away, I believe.
Something like that. It's the end of the month, end of April. So yeah.
So yeah, 3 weeks from tomorrow.
All right. So if he's not making a trade for anything except for trading down, what if you're Billy GM? What position do you go after first round in the draft?
You go after the top rated cornerback in the draft. You know, I mean, whoever's the highest cornerback left when you got him. I want a big cornerback that's got wheels. I mean, you got to get fast on defense. You're playing Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle twice a year right now, and you know Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Who fucking scored 7 straight times against you. You need to get faster. You need to bulk up. If I'm Bill, I'm going fucking cornerback. I'll draft fucking cornerbacks from top to bottom. I don't give a fuck. I'll do what the Angels did in baseball and drafted 20 pitchers in the fucking draft last year. I'll do it with quarterbacks this year. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You need to beef up. You need to do something. And cornerbacks, and maybe I want a wide receiver too. Truthfully, I mean, again, but who knows? Bill sucks at drafting wide receivers, a la N'Keal Harry and every other piece of turd that he's ever drafted there. So,
Chad Jackson. I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna say offensive line. You need to save Mac Jones. I mean, you lost Shaq Mason, whatever. I mean, he's all right. He was a right guard, but you need to save your franchise.
But you got your tackles back though. That's a good thing. Say win. Decent year.
I wouldn't mind them. There's been rumors saying they're going to go after a left tackle in the draft and move Isaiah Wynn to a guard position. I would be happy with that.
I said that like 3 weeks ago because
that's where they got it. Then that's where the media got it. I see. We gotta do something about this because Jesus Christ, Bill's right about this again. But yeah, I think
genius.
Go after the best left tackle in the draft. Move Wynn. I think he would have a pretty stellar offensive line to protect.
Just call me Bill Kanye West Gately.
All right, we're gonna take another quick break. Maybe afternoon delight, I think, is at this point. So yeah, and then we'll talk a little Celtics with Bill.
Sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight. Whoop. You guys have it, I think. Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Bill, the Celtics are going to make me eat a cum cookie.
You didn't wait long enough.
Yeah, he had edit. I don't give a shit. This is his problem for fucking grilling tonight. But yes, the more important thing right now
is we hope you burn all your food.
I hope the hot dogs are burnt and there's a grill fire.
I have to miss a show because I'm
let's see, 7:20. I don't have a piece of paper. 7:22. Perfect.
7:22.
Yeah. So, Bill, the Celtics. I made a bet with Rich, top 4. They wouldn't finish in the top 4. I was wrong. I'm going to be eating that cum cookie. This is the best team in the city. They're tied for second in the East right now. They're playing as we record tonight against the Bulls. How the team started and where they finished now. Who gets the credit for the turnaround in your eyes? You got the IMA, you got the Jays, Brad for building this group. Or is there someone else that you'd like to give credit to?
I mean, it's got to be the Jays. I mean, they've been legitimately your best players. You know, I mean, Tatum's top 5 MVP voting right now.
Yeah.
You know, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum over their last, 15 games have averaged 29 points apiece. You know, that's where your turnaround came. They started playing team basketball. They started getting, you saw Jaylen Brown got healthy, I should say, not heavy.
I got heavy. He got healthy.
Yeah. But I mean, I think them and a little bit of I may. I mean, I think you finally pulled the right strings. You know, I mean, I think it's just a team effort. I don't know. Just the Jays. Just go with the Jays. Rich, keep editing all this bullshit out.
I'm gonna go with Ime. I mean, he had a plan beginning of the season. None of the players bought in. They finally bought in come 2022. He stuck with his guns. This is a defensive-minded team. They're one of the best defensive teams in the NBA right now. And you can see that they're playing team basketball. It's not this hero ball anymore. I love what he's done with this team. I think we were all on the fire him at the beginning of the season. Come November, December, we're all saying, you got to get rid of this guy. No one's listening to him. The Jays don't, no one wants him on this team. And he finally fucking got his way. They finally bought in. And it's one of the best teams in the NBA right now if you look at it.
Yeah, the loss of Grant Williams hurts immensely.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams. What I say, Grant Williams. Sorry, Robert Williams. I mean, you were looking at a guy that's all NBA probably defender this year, maybe in the conversation for defensive player of the year.
You would have got some votes, I think. Yeah.
Your team is not the same with him out off the court. Another 2-2 to me. I've always been a big Time Lord guy. He's always been my boy
because he's a big weed guy. That's the reason why he's your guy.
But again, he he's another guy you can look to move in the off season. A la Jake DeBrusk with the Bruins.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you move anyone now. I like how this core is. I'd build around those guys.
I mean, if you look at the NBA right now, it's wide open. You just saw LeBron James not make the playoffs and quit on the Lakers last night in a must-win game, and where was LeBron? Nowhere to be found.
He was on. He was on the bench.
Typical LeBron James.
And then he came out today and said he wants to play with Steph Curry.
Yeah, so he's such a cunt. I hate him.
Steph Curry already came out and said, "No, I'm all set."
This is the worst super team that's ever been created. This is like, dude, these are the moves you wanted. DeMar DeRozan came out today and said, I went on a free agent visit and it was so dysfunctional. I went and signed with the Bulls.
Yeah, and they're going to fire
Frank Vogel's
going to get gone. Yeah, and he's going to take the blame for all this. It's not even his fault.
I would love to see how many coaches LeBron James has played with.
Oh, it's a fucking lot, man. He's been in the league for almost 20 years.
Yeah. How many coaches did Tim Duncan play for?
One.
David Robinson, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played for a few after he went to the Wizards, but
two. Jordan played for two.
There's not that many, dude. He has played so many because he just runs coaches up. Ty Lue, David Blatt, who started that day, Mike Brown, dude. All these guys. It's just fucking.
That'd be a fun show to do later on, but we're not going to do that today. So, if we finish second, most likely we play the Nets in the first round. Thoughts on that matchup? And if we lose in the first round, does that make this season a failure?
The Nets scare me, but Kevin Durant just dropped 55 points on Saturday and they still couldn't win. I mean, but the loss of Robert Williams hurts against them.
Of course. It's a perimeter defense.
You probably have the second best player in the series. They have two of the top three players.
You could almost say Tatum's a third. Yeah, Tatum would be the third in that series.
I put him over Kyrie. The way Tatum's playing this year, I mean, like I said, he's a legit threat. Brooklyn scares me, especially whatever Ben Simmons has. I mean, he still hasn't
played.
He hasn't played. He's out for the rest of the year. The regular season.
And now he's suing Philadelphia.
I mean, it's a question mark, but yeah, I think if you lose to Brooklyn in the first round, failure of a season. I'm saying it now. You should beat Brooklyn.
I totally agree, and I hate the narrative that everyone's taking that you got to play for seeding. Fuck that. Just keep winning. Just keep playing winning basketball. It's just one of those stupid things where you're trying to pick your poison, like the Patriots. Remember when the Patriots? Oh, we got to fall so we can play fucking Baltimore or whatever, and then you lose
Jacksonville, and they ran Jacksonville out of the building, and then lost to Denver the next week.
Yeah, so just keep winning. Just play winning basketball. That's all you got to do. Celtics are finishing the season come Sunday. So next week we'll be talking playoff basketball with the Celtics, which is crazy to think that the season's already over. But
thank God.
We're gonna take another quick break and come back with the simplest mind of the week.
Are you stupid or something?
Honestly, as stupid as stupid does.
Long enough pause for you.
Yeah, I thought we had way more.
No, it was just it's just this one individual who's been on the list already. So he's a recurring guest on the simplest mind of the week. And that would be one Dan Snyder. Now, Bill, you read the article. If you want to give the listeners a quick synopsis of why he's back on this list, please fill them in.
He was skimming from the top. So this is basically the NFL. You own NFL teams give 40% of the first 40% of ticket sales to the NFL as part of the collective bargaining agreement. It's spread amongst the teams. Supposedly he was taking money out of that 40% that was supposed to go to the NFL. So he's technically robbing the other 31 teams in the NFL. And it's just typical Dan Snyder fucking bullshit. Get this guy out of the league. I'm baffled. He still has a team. Baffled.
Now, what's going to cause more outrage? Them firing because of this, or not firing him for the sexual allegations that he had over the years and never got him out?
The problem is he can't sell. He's like, so I mean, you're probably.
But the owners, so basically what I've heard is that the NFL has grounds because he was stealing from 31 other owners. Now they have grounds to make him sell the team. If they can make him do that, why couldn't they do it with all the sexual assault cases that were going on and harassment cases that were going on with Dan Snyder? But now, because you're stealing from the other owners, they're going to be like, yeah, get rid of this guy right now.
Does him raping and grabbing girls by the pussy affect 31 other owners?
Yeah, it makes them all look bad. Look at Robert Kraft going down for a nice massage, but now it's allegedly that he got a little while he was down there. See, it's just because of the owner mentality that these guys are all scumbags. See?
No, it doesn't affect them. You know what does affect them, Raymond?
Stealing money, baby.
Skimming from the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why he's not out yet, but I don't think he's going to be the owner come the 2022 season. By the first game of the season, he will not be an owner of the Commanders. Heaven forbid I say Redskins and get Rich all upset and have to beep that out, but Redskin.
Yeah, fuck you, Rich.
Lastly, we never get to talk golf because Rich doesn't like it. Again, fuck you, Rich. But the Masters starts Thursday. Big news. Tiger Woods is playing after nearly dying and losing a leg. He's going to attempt to play the Masters this weekend. Does Tiger playing in the Masters make it must watch for the first 2 days of this tournament?
Absolutely. I'll be glued to my computer screen as I work at work, watching him hit every single shot. I mean, he's much watched TV. I mean, that's it. It's a big story. He's making his comeback. It's not his comeback after he got busted banging Perkins waitress and Denny's whores, all that shit. But lot lizards, don't forget the lot lizards that he was into. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, this is huge. He's a good story. No matter what Tiger does, he's still a huge draw. This pictures came out today. There was thousands of people watching a fucking practice round.
Yeah.
Must watch. I would not be surprised if this is the best ratings since, the 2019 when he won. I swear to God, this might be.
I think the first 2 days will be, because I don't think he makes the cut. I already made some bets. I don't think he makes it to Saturday.
What's the line on that?
It was just people at work that are big Tiger fans. I just was betting $20 here, $20 there, $20 there.
Because you don't think he makes the cut?
He nearly lost his leg. He says it hurts to walk. You're walking 18 holes at Augusta.
Yeah, you know what? It's weird.
How do you think he's going to feel when he wakes up on Friday if he is playing again? He's not going to want to play. He's going to be sore.
What's funny too? You know what's funny? He's doing it out of pride. He could get a waiver and ride a cart.
Yeah, but he just won't do it.
It's Augusta. He's doing it out of pride, but he could get a waiver. John Daly did it. That fat fuck alcoholic.
Yeah, in Boston. But that was for the senior, wasn't it? Wasn't that for the senior tour?
I don't know, but I think you could. It might have been, but I think you could get a legit waiver. I'm sure, dude. It's Tiger Woods in the PGA, but I almost lost my leg. I just need to I can't walk 18 holes. So We'll see. He's been doing it. I don't think he makes the cut either.
The other news out of Augusta is this Champions Dinner menu. Every year, whoever wins the Masters gets to pick the menu for the following year. For the all past champions come in for the dinner's championship. Hideki Matsui, he won last year, so he got to pick the menu. Here's his
Hideki Matsui.
Matsuyama, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Don't disrespect Godzilla like that.
I'm sorry. Here's his menu. Appetizers, he had assorted sushi. I'm a no on that. And then sashimi.
I'll give it a try.
A sashimi and nigiri yakiruri chicken skewers, which I'd probably give it a whirl.
I'll give it a try.
They're chicken skewers, so
you don't like Chinese or Japanese food, though.
Yeah, that's why. So the first 2 words that I can't, or 3 words that I can't pronounce, really threw me off. But then I saw chicken skewers. I'm like, hey, you can't fuck
sashimi.
That up.
You can't pronounce sashimi.
What's sashimi? I don't know what that is. What is it? Is it a seasoning?
Sashimi.
What is it?
Oh God! What else is on there?
For the main course, we have miso glazed black cod. Nope. I'm out on that. And then we got a Wagyu filet with mushrooms and vegetables. The only problem with that is it's a nice piece of meat, but where's the baked potato? I can't just have vegetables. I need a nice potato with that. So that was my problem there. And then for dessert,
Japanese. You know what they eat? You know what sashimi is, right?
no, I don't eat Asian cuisines.
It's
So
raw fish.
Oh, fucking definitely. I'm out. So I'm out on that. And then for dessert, he has a Japanese strawberry shortcake, which I'm also out on.
What?
So would you be happy if you went to this champions dinner and was presented this? Would you eat this?
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
You'd give it a shot, but would you like it?
I mean, Wagyu with mushrooms and vegetables is perfect. I love it.
That would be the only thing I'd be interested in.
I don't mind sushi. I'll eat sushi. Give me some spicy tuna rolls. I'll eat some salmon rolls. Like, I'll give it a shot.
Oh, quickly. Let's do this real quick. What will be on your champions menu? Starting with your appetizer.
I'm a big salad guy, so I want like Caesar salad.
Ooh. Croutons?
Always croutons, and I also want a calamari, fried calamari with some marinara sauce.
So I'm going to go with potato skins and mozzarella sticks.
Okay.
What are you doing for the main course?
Oh, easily a filet
Mignon and a nice baked potato with sour cream, loaded baked potato, sour cream, bacon bits.
No,
butter.
Just sour cream, black pepper, Himalayan salt.
Ooh, okay. I like that. So far we're on the main course together. Dessert. I'll go apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, that's a good one. See, I like angel food cake with fresh strawberries and whipped cream on it. A little bit healthy.
Yeah, fuck that. We're all gonna die. Well, Bill, this is gonna be a fun weekend of sports. You got Celtics, Red Sox, golf. You name it, it's all fucking on this weekend. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. And this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind, April 8th. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. When does you release that shit?
I don't know. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I do. Tuesday's show. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, Bill, I've noticed two things about Rich.
Yeah.
One, his kryptonite is when he doesn't know about something and we have private conversations with each other on the group chat. It gets under his skin so much that we have to use this to our abilities at all costs now.
Half the time, you and Rich have conversations amongst yourselves, and I don't say, what the fuck?
You don't get upset. You don't cry and say, what are you guys talking about?
But every time after we play golf from now on, recap the whole conversation. The whole fucking conversation.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, this is getting under his skin so bad. Like, we just got to keep going with this.
I'm going to make plans through it now that summer's here.
And the other thing is, too, is that he got mad. He didn't get mad, but he was joking about how you weren't here last week because you were at work. You were doing a work thing. You're on the road. And he texts us he can't make it tonight because he's grilling. He's on the... I mean, I was waiting for Billy Badwords to come out and start giving him shit, but nothing. You just held your tongue.
I mean, we're all gonna miss some days. It is what it is. Some nice weather's coming.
But the grill? I mean, I don't think you would miss it and say that you were grilling.
What is he there? Is it like a work thing?
I don't know. I don't know. He's being very silent about the matter.
Could be a business matter. We don't know. Rich is very vague about everything in his life.
Very true. Very true. Do we have any opening takes, Bill? Do you want to start off the show with some opening takes?